Finally, a good WrestleMania. This has been our first good to great WrestleMania in months, maybe since WrestleMania 6, 7. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what a good WrestleMania is.
You're watching So Awkward. This is Freddy Krueger saying hi.
WrestleMania 12, March 31st, 1996 at the Arrowhead Pond in Anaheim, California. No theme song. Theme song? Is that what you call it? No national anthem. They just went right to the matches, and we opened up with a six-man tag. Vader making his WrestleMania debut alongside Owen, Hart and the British Bulldog versus Yokozuna, Ahmed Johnson, and Jake the Snake. This one was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. I have no memory of Yokozuna being a good guy. Vader's great. It was fun seeing him finally. Owen Hart and British Bulldog, two of my favorites. Jake the Snake, and also Ahmed Johnson, who I don't know a whole lot about, but he was pretty good. This was a solid 3-star out of 5-star match. I like this one. Vader, Owen, and British Bulldog prevailed. Then we had one of the weirdest matches in WrestleMania history. I'm going to go on record saying that. The backlot brawl between Roddy Piper and Goldust. I don't know much about the feud leading up to this. They showed like a video package. Something to do with, I don't know, Roddy Piper, something to do with Goldust's wife. I don't remember. It was kind of incoherent, but the fight itself was really fun. They were just like in a parking lot beating each other up, like throwing each other into walls and dumpsters, until finally Goldust ran over Roddy Piper and then he drove away. But Roddy Piper lived, and he got up and he like limped over to like a Ford Bronco and jumped and stole that and then chased him. So they both drove, onto the freeway in California. And then for the rest of the night, they would have video footage of a white Ford Bronco chasing. They would have footage of a white Ford Bronco chasing Goldust on the California freeway. A parody of the O.J. Simpson white Ford Bronco chase. Too soon? We'll come back to this one. Next up is the $1 Million Championship is on the line. Remember that? But it's not Ted DiBiase. He's in the corner with Steve Austin making his WrestleMania debut. I think maybe they refer to him as Stone Cold, but he's not the real Stone Cold yet. He's just kind of a boring heel, Steve Austin, but he's still Steve Austin. And he was fighting against somebody named Savio Vega, who I vaguely remember, but not that well. Anyway, Steve Austin prevailed. This is not one of Steve Austin's best matches, but Steve Austin is always great, and it was a lot of fun finally seeing him at WrestleMania. And we will be talking about him a lot as we move forward. As well we should, because he's the best, right? Up next is Triple H, also making his WrestleMania debut. A lot of WrestleMania debuts this year. Versus the Ultimate Warrior, making his WrestleMania return. This one was weird. This one was, I guess you'd describe it as a squash. Ultimate Warrior squashed Triple H. That is to say, he came out, he dominated, and he defeated him in like a minute, maybe 2 minutes. You've never seen Triple H get decimated like this. And these days, obviously, Triple H is now multi-time champion. He's the president of the company at this point, married to Vince McMahon's daughter, Stephanie. He runs the company, and he has kind of a reputation at this point as being a man who squashes other opponents, but it's a reputation that I don't necessarily think is well deserved. He squashed a few people, but I think he's raised talent as well. But if you ever wonder why he's maybe squashed some talents, you watch this match, and he was like, I'm never doing that again. I'm going to do the squashing from now on. Up next is Diesel versus The Undertaker. Obviously, The Undertaker wins. Is he 5-0 now or 6-0? I don't remember. I've lost track. His streak has gone to such an extent that I don't even remember how many times he's won. But this was not his best match, although it was solid. I like Diesel, and I like Undertaker. And then we went back to Roddy Piper and Goldust, who drove back to the stadium, coincidentally or on purpose, I don't know. And then they brawled back into the ring, where their match continued in the ring, and Piper just beat the crap out of him. I like this one. I like Goldust and Piper a lot. They're two of my favorites. Always fun. And that brings us to the main event for the championship. And if it seems like there weren't a lot of matches, that's because the championship match was an hour-long Iron Man match between the champion Bret Hart defending against challenger Shawn Michaels. So the stipulations for this one, it's an hour long, and whoever gets the most pinfalls, submissions, or disqualifications is the winner. So you can pin somebody an unlimited amount of times in the hour, or the other person get disqualified, and then they go back and they start the match over again. And however many times you win in an hour, you win the championship. But it was pretty neat. Nobody won at all for the entire hour. So then Bret Hart thinks he won because he thinks, oh, it's a draw. But then they restarted the match for sudden death rules. So whoever gets the next win is the champion, and it is Shawn Michaels winning the championship for the first time. On a technical level, this is quite possibly the greatest wrestling match of all time. What holds it back from being probably the most entertaining match of all time, or something that I would rewatch all the time, is that it's an hour long. That's a commitment. That's long. But Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels are two of the greatest, if not the greatest, technical wrestlers in the history of the industry. And they just put on a clinic, and it's amazing. The story they tell, it's so well done. I've seen this match, I don't know how many times, but it's one of those matches that I know Shawn Michaels wins. But as it goes on, I started to think, wait a minute, I thought Shawn Michaels won this, because I forget, and I get so into the story. And no matter how many times I watch it, when Shawn Michaels does win, I get mad, because I'm a Bret Hart guy. I'm a Bret Hart fan. And there's never been a better, more legit, hated villain than Shawn Michaels. I mean, I respect him as a performer, one of the all-time greatest, but I get mad when he beats Bret Hart, because Bret Hart is the champion. Bret Hart is my champion. But that is the mark of a great match. It's the mark of a great villain. It's the mark of a great hero. If we get sad to see them fall. Just a great match. But anyway, definitely the match of the night. One of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history. It's just two of the all-time greats, two Hall of Famers, having one of the best matches of each of their careers. I love it. And anyway, that's WrestleMania, what are we, 12? Are we at 12 already? It's been 12 weeks of this. So comment down below with your thoughts on WrestleMania 12, with your thoughts on Donald Trump, with your thoughts on Oreo cookies, whatever you want to talk about. I'm game. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Oh, and I don't know if it's still going on, but WWE.com is having a sale, at least when I got this shirt. Buy one shirt, get another shirt for $5. So if that's still going on, everybody should check it out. I don't get any endorsements from WWE or from anybody. I did contact, I think, Pro Wrestling Tees and 80stees.com, where I've bought some of these shirts that I wear. And I told them this thing I'm doing, hey, if you wanted to send me any shirts, I would mention your website. And I think 80s Tees brought me back and said, hey, we'll talk to our president. He'd probably be really interested, but then I never heard from him again. But I mentioned their website anyway, so, because I'm a good guy. And if you're watching and you want to send me a shirt, hit me up at soawkwardshow@gmail.com.